Let's go, girls. Come on. Hey. Taylor. Hopper. Come on in there. Good girls. Let's get this started, huh? Wonder if this will... Hey, Tay, that's enough. Tay, that's enough. I better wipe some of that stuff off of there. The old trusty winter wiper. Okay. Itamexkanatani, good morning. It is just about 9:45 in the AM on Saturn Day, the 4th of January 2025. Man, I cannot believe how fast time is flying. The older I get, the faster time goes. It's crazy. I don't know. When I look at like Hartley, our 6-year-old at home, he's constantly asking time-based questions like, you know, when's Christmas, or when's my birthday, or when are we going back to school, and you know, but you can tell him you go back to school on Monday, and he has no conception of what that is, you know, and then until you tell him like 3 sleeps or something like that, 2-3 sleeps, and then he kind of gets it. But by the next morning, he's still got that question again. Oh, are we going to school today? You know, like, I don't know what a day, if you only had 6 years of life so far, you know, you've only experienced so many days. Maybe that's why days take longer when you're younger, and years and months and stuff and seasons, they all take so much longer when you're younger. But by the time you're 52 like me, things are freaking flying. I can't believe how fast the past year has gone, and just month by month what's happening. Anyway, we're getting our round started here. Checking a skunk trap real quick here by my friend Bishop's house. His neighbor here has had a skunk. And is it closed? Nope, the trap is still open. The skunk is living under his concrete pad, or at least was. I don't see any activity from the last little bit. You can see where it was though before this last snowfall. It's been running all around this alleyway, so I'm going to catch it and move it. But last couple of days it's been pretty cold, and those small mammals tend to go into kind of a torpor, you know, state when it's cold. They shut down. So right now it's 13 degrees below zero. Tomorrow it's supposed to be something like 17 degrees below zero. So I probably won't catch this skunk for a few days yet. Next week we'll be getting Chinook. Well, in the next maybe 5-6 days or something, we'll get a Chinook, and then things will warm up and I'll catch the animal. Okay, we're gonna go to the dog park, but and give some updates and stuff like that. But right now we are gonna go to my snowbird's house, which I won't show on video because I don't want people to know, you know, who's away. But yeah, I've got one snowbird that I take care of, where they're gone for months, and I watch the residents. I check in by every 72 hours just to make sure everything's okay in the home. And then on top of that, when it snows, I do snow clearing within, 24 hours or so of the snowfall. So we've had a little snowfall the last day. I'm gonna need to shovel a bit this morning and go inside and make sure everything's okay. And then we'll be at the dog park, me and these girls. They're always anxiously awaiting their stint at the park. It's a little slippery this morning. We're sliding on this roundabout. Even in four-wheel drive. Anyway, back with updates when we get to that dog park. Just on our way to the park still. Did my stuff at my snowbird's place, but check this out. Right up in this tree in this people's backyard. It's a big old mature bald eagle. Just chilling. I can see him coming down the road. Probably up here to feed on the geese that go to the stubble fields. If not these pigeons. Look out, Tay. Let me show them the pigeons. Where's those suckers? They're on a wire out there. Hold on. Let me see. There they are. Pigeons. Not too far away. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. That's a bird for your backyard feeder, hey? Oh, he's out of here. I'm upset. Eagle eye knows he's being watched. On we go. There he is, there he is, there he is. He's gonna come right across in front of us, maybe. No. Over top. Looping back around. Anyway, down to the park. Shit, I think we got another one right here at the end of the road. Do we not? Yeah, look at that. Right up on the top of that power pole. Must be the geese come out here to feed on the stubble field. And these birds are waiting for them. Yeah, he's a big old eagle right up there. That's cool. Yeah, the geese are still all down here on the water. Not surprised. These mornings have been... The dawn has come pretty late, It doesn't start really getting light outside till 8:30 in the morning, something like that. It's like tomorrow morning my walk and talk will be 8:30. Just at dawn. But these guys will be lifting off soon enough. Going to meet those eagles on the stubble fields. It's only really been cold here about, maybe a week. A little bit over a week, not even. It's only the 4th of January and it was still warm through Christmas, warm enough that I could bring baby Ilya out here in his stroller and he was comfortable, Hey dog, stay off the ice. Taylor, stay off the ice. You're too close out there. You might fall in. Every year here, there's dogs that fall in the river and sometimes owners that go in after them. I seen the emergency services training here the other day, or maybe a week or two ago, training to fish people and animals out of the water. Should they need to. It happens. But yeah, it hasn't been cold very long. Not this kind of cold and not snowy or anything like that. This is our first real kind of decent snowfall that stayed around a few days. You know, we had a couple of snowfalls earlier. I think one in October and maybe one in November, one in December, I don't know, but they didn't amount to much. This doesn't really amount to much compared to previous years out here. There was a lot more snow than this used to be on my Christmas breaks from the college. When I was working at Red Crow, I would come out to Cottonwood Park just upstream from here, and almost every day on my Christmas break engage in some activities. I don't know, it might be semi-illegal. I was snaring rabbits and hunting a winter porcupine or two. Fat, big winter porcupines are really good for fat, and just their meat is so rich. It's like lamb or something, you know. It's a long time winter delicacy in these parts, and so I used to engage in that a little bit. But I could always do that even in the park down here without concern for anybody really coming around. The only people who were out there with me in that area were rock lickers, you know, prospectors for ammonite, and they basically, you know, they cheered me on. Didn't have to worry about anybody else being out there because it was always 30 below and giant snow. Dogs getting their chase on. Not anymore. This global warming thing is no bullshit. The season has been so easygoing. I thought, you know, a year or two ago, I thought I might use snow removal as a decent winter gig, but there really hasn't been, you know, hardly any snow. And I've been, even when it does snow like this, I've been advertising, and I get maybe, you know, maybe one or two bites every time I advertise, but not enough to sustain anything. And I only have one snowbird client. I thought I'd be able to maybe get, you know, dozen snowbird clients or something. That would work. But no, winter has been, this winter in particular, every winter for the past while has been tough because of the wildlife, the drop in the wildlife work. But you know, even at that, this winter has been particularly tough. I don't know why. I'm not getting anywhere near the number of skunk and raccoon calls that I typically would, even for this time of year. And then on top of that, I haven't found other ways to really sustain myself the way that I need to. I have now, I'm looking at less than 2 months before March 1st rolls around, and I believe that's when I'll need to have my first monthly $1,400 payment on the second mortgage prepared, and I'll need to have it every month after that. So that's another big chunk of money that I need to earn. I guess the biggest update for me, and it's not really an update, it's not really a change since my previous videos in terms of personal matters, is that financial stress is way up there, you know. Especially now, like with a bigger household and the boys and stuff, I'd like to be able to support different things that I'm able to right now because I don't have any money other than just money for bills. Morning. These guys are just having a blast, eh? These guys are having fun.
Yeah, they are. That's the point of it.
Yeah.
Go have a play.
hopper once in a while just comes and jumps on me.
Okay.
She got ample name.
Hey.
Yeah, so in terms of my day-to-day, what am I thinking about? What's concerning me the most is solving that problem with the upcoming second mortgage. But should completely be, shouldn't be a difficult thing with the two of us, Des and I, working together. What we need to raise in funds is really just about what everybody has to pay for their rental place. And even $1,400 a month, you're not gonna get much more than a basement suite for that around here. So that's all we got to be able to generate. My tenants are pretty much taking care of my regular monthly mortgage. I take care of all the utilities, and now the second mortgage. So it's doable, but I need to get off my ass and hunt for a job, at least part-time job to do employment, while I try to build more of my own business and make this functional year-round. I think my wildlife business is good for the summer, and especially when I add to it my nature hikes. I could be promoting a lot of my stuff way more than I am. I could be promoting myself and what I have to offer in my private services way more than I do my public talks, my school talks. There's a lot of things that I could be doing. I want to start getting into Blackfoot language publications, because we're on the last generation of fluent speakers around here, and I think the more resources that we can build with that fluent community that's here today, the future generations are going to need that. They're going to want that. Even though I don't really trust that Blackfoot language is going to rebound. I wish it would. I think the first kind of collection of phrases, a book that I want to produce, I might call Book 8 Boy, like baby talk or something. I don't know if that even makes sense in Blackfoot, but I have a potential co-author that wants to work on me with it, who's a fluent speaker, and I can do the orthography. She can correct the language and suggest the language, and if we can produce a book with a couple thousand phrases, everyday phrases that parents who are not fluent speakers can use to start learning Blackfoot themselves while they're teaching Blackfoot to their babies, that'd be pretty cool. But again, I don't know if the motivation is really there for people to do that. It's a nice vision, but what I've seen is that identity is not a strong enough motivator for people to learn a second language. And what does it is always economics. Hey, that's what motivates language shift. That's why Blackfoot language is where it's at. It's not because of the residential schools. Nobody who went to the residential schools lost their language. It was because of the national policy changes that occurred at the time, when here in the 60s, that was when the residential schools shut down, and the government stopped issuing passes to people to come off reserve, just invited people, the people come off and participate in the national economy, have your own tribal governance, no more Indian agents, no more residential schools, and keep your culture. We're done trying to assimilate you. And at that point, because money turns to the key of English, everybody works hard to start speaking English, even in their private households with their kids. Hey, that happened here in the 1960s. That kind of policy change in the United States occurred in 1924 with the Indian Reorganization Act, and you see the exact same thing happen. 1920s and 30s is the cutoff for real Blackfoot fluency in most of the Montana tribe. Skapi Piikani. Up here, it's the cutoff for fluency is 1960s, early 70s, that kind of thing. So, but in any case, I still think it's worth the effort to collect as much of the languages as possible, and for future resources for future generations, because this generation that is fluent here is going to pass away. It's inevitable. It's happening right now. So it's another kind of project I want to get into, but I've got to face the continued issues around, the politics of the era, and me being accused of being a pretendian if I take on any kind of projects like that, but I can't let that stop me, because the resources need to be made. So I want to get into some of that this year, 2025. Be nice to produce at least that Bouquet Boy book, and then we'll see what else comes down the road. But yeah, I need to start taking what I have and marketing it better and making money. That's the biggest update on that. Like for my very personal side, that's what's always on my mind, is the money thing. Relationally, things have been going good with me and Des. We had a little bit of, we had a few arguments and fights and stuff, and are getting to know each other better through them and all of that. But for the most part, everything's good, and I'm more in love with her every day, and really enjoying the experience with the boys. It's nice to have a family again. And I've never really been involved in raising an infant, baby. And so Ilya, a lot of the last, November, December, leading into the holidays, my time is spent kind of getting comfortable with baby care, which involves a lot. It's a lot of energy, and I haven't had as much energy to put toward videos and stuff like that, partly as a result. Dog's found another play friend. Hold on a minute, I'll get back to the video. Yeah, I guess on that note, on the home front, leading into the holidays and such, most of my time has been spent with baby Ilya, getting used to infant care and the amount of attention and stuff that they need. Before it got this cold, like I was saying, I was bringing Ilya with me every morning on my rounds with the dogs and such. And I'll go back to that probably when it warms up here. But we're gonna have to figure out some kind of a way to juggle me and Des both working, and one of us always taking care of the baby. And luckily, in the morning hours when I'm doing my thing, that's really a flexible time for me. I can, for the most part, unless I need to climb up on somebody's roof or something like that, for the most part I can take baby with me for trapping rounds and dog walks and stuff like that. It's just the longer jobs that I can't do that with. But yeah, spending a bunch of time with baby. He's got new things over that course of time. We got him a new car seat. Des bought him a new car seat. And then Children's Services, through some kind of a grant or something, they offered me a crib for him, because he didn't have a crib. He's just sleeping in our bed. So we got a crib now in the bedroom, and it's pretty cool. Like, for the most part, he sleeps in it. Every once in a while he wakes up or something in the middle of the night and just insists on coming to sleep with us. But most of the time he sleeps in it, and from where it's positioned in the bedroom, if I have the door open, he can also see down the stairs. And if I'm on my laptop or something like that down there, he can see me from his crib, and I can see him too. So it's kind of a cool setup. Valen, the older boy, 8 years old, he mostly kind of does his own thing. He's very into video gaming, and I want to do more martial arts with him and Hart, the 6-year-old, but we haven't been doing anything really recently. Valen's been playing lots of games, mostly Fortnite, and then Hart, on the other hand, he's the one. He's like, he plays with his imagination, right? He turns toys into stories and that kind of thing. And his big thing for Christmas season, I guess last year as well as this year, has been the elves on the shelves, right? He's very into the elves on the shelves. Should go back up this way. Let's avoid this family over here. Come on, guys. Let's go through here. Yeah, Hartley likes the elves on the shelf, and he can't just have one elf. This kid, he's got to have like a whole team of elves and accessories, you know, and all this kind of thing. So so we even had one day we had a call to Santa. Me and him made a call to Santa for him to ask for accessories. I don't know if I still have the video. If I do, here's how it went. Alright, leave your message.
Santa, I was gonna try and get an elf kit for elves, yeah.
An elf kit, like an accessory kit?
Yeah.
Like some extra clothes and stuff?
Yeah.
Alright.
Well, and
But you're never gonna see that elf again, Santa.
no. Look where I get them. And my brother just been.
We're gonna string him off by his neck, Santa. So yeah, I've been having a lot of fun with Hart and his elves. He's got the regular kind of red clothed elf on the shelf, the regular commercial one that initially came out. But then he also has these black clothed ones that he special ordered. Hey, and the black clothed elves apparently are from the South Pole, and where they are led by Bad Santa, who is synonymous in Hart's thinking with the Grinch. Grinch and Bad Santa are the same. Taylor! There she is. And then he also has Snoop on the Stoop, who has red clothing but black skin. And since he's a black elf, in that respect, he's also from the South Pole. and kind of the leader of the bad elves. Hey, Snoop on the Stoop. We had to do a surgery one day on Hearts. I think I posted that video even here on YouTube. Did a surgery on Hearts. One of Hearts' black clothed elves, because her arm had been ripped open by one of my dogs. And she had a compound fracture. So we did her surgery, but since we were in the operating room, Hart wanted to also open up the back of Snoop on the Stoop, remove his label, you know, his Snoop on the Stoop label that was sewn into the back seam, and insert into the body, before we sewed him up, a little bit of actual cannabis, little bit of weed, which would activate the Snoop Dogg, you know, according to Hart. So I didn't make all this stuff up. This is comes from the mind of the 6-year-old. So, and it's pretty funny. So we did some of that. Come on, guys. Also going into the Christmas holiday, you know, I've been going to the comedy club here almost weekly, to the open mics for over a year now. I've been going to the club for years, but on the weekly basis over a year now. And I finally decided in the last little while, November, December, I decided to try to do something on stage myself. So I've done, I think, 3 sets now at Good Times, just short. My first set was like 8 minutes, and then I've done 2 5-minute sets, and each one different, totally different topic. And I've got another one in my mind that I'm playing with right now, actually. Usually when I'm out here walking the dogs, now this is what I do. I kind of rehearse and reconfigure stuff in my mind and generate, you know, a 5-minute joke set. And it's kind of a fun art, and it's good to get up, I think, and maintain my public speaking ability that I learned in, you know, all my years of teaching.
But if you ask her, like, what's with all the luggage, you know? She turns it around on me and says, oh, you're just a man, you don't understand. All girls are like this. But let me tell you guys, that's some bullshit. My girl Des, who couldn't be here tonight because of some stupid no contact order. When she leaves the house, all she's got on her typically is a bank card, a cell phone, and a pack of cigarettes stuffed in her front jeans pockets like a boss.
I think I'm going to continue to play at the open mic for the next few years. You know, just as often as I can. Generate another 5-minute bit, try it out, you know. And if it's stuff in there is working and I like it, keep it and play with it, and maybe work up a longer routine that I can do as another bit of a side gig. But that's a side gig that don't make that much money, because you gotta travel places. It costs as much to travel there as to as you're gonna get paid for the show. Kind of like my MMA judging gig, you know. It's definitely not for the profit. Although they chuck a little gas money at you. So, but anyway, yeah, I've been doing a little bit of that. And what else? I don't know. Christmas Eve, we had a good day. Me and the boys all wore costumes, and we went out to the playground at Henderson. We went a few different places, but we went to some stores, and then we went to the playground at Henderson and messed around with other kids and stuff there in our costumes.
That's what they say.
Get a mean one.
Don't listen to them. That's fake news. That's all fake news from the Who. Fake news from the Who.
Fake news. Hey, buddy.
How mean have I been?
Well, there's a video.
I just scared people with my that and I'll steal your present. That and I'll just mess you up. That I don't even like any of you.
Okay, I'm okay.
Played, had fun, and then went around the neighborhood and checked out Christmas lights and this kind of thing. So we had a pretty good, Christmas Eve. I think we also went to Denny's, had some foods. Same Denny's where Marilyn Manson got his ass kicked a few years back. Another Lethbridge claim to fame. Marilyn Manson won't come back here, he's scared. Anyhow, Christmas was a good show, me and Des just got each other a couple of really, nice things. She got me a really nice gold chain, which I've been wearing to do some of my online streaming and my comedy shows and this kind of thing. I got her a chain as well, because I know she likes them, plus a gold chain, plus I got her a nice ring, a little ring from, I think they're called Julia rings. They got some really nice designs, but they're all that, what do you call that tungsten steel stuff. So it's a really hard, steel and nickel, such that it doesn't bend. You can't resize it or anything as you grow or body changes or anything like that. But on the other hand, yeah, come here, Taylor. Hopper, come here. Hopper, come here. Hopper, come here. Come here. I don't know why people bring their dog to the dog park. They don't want their dogs to play with dogs, because my dogs are playful. But some people get spooked because they're so big. What was I saying? Oh yeah, those rings. The good thing about them is, like, if you get something ever snags or something does, smashes your hand or anything like that, your ring doesn't smash with it or twist or fuck up your finger or anything like that. It's just solid. But it's what I could afford, so I bought her a ring. I think she was wondering whether I was trying to get engaged, and I will get there, but I don't want to do it with a $200 ring, and without some kind of special occasion to mark it with, So I'm gonna wait on that, but I think that's down the road for us. We get along pretty good, me and her, and we fight pretty good too. Yeah, we fight pretty good too, but we also we fit. I think the two of us, we fit really good, and I love her whole family. To me, it's a lot of, being in this relationship is a lot of exactly what I've wanted and wished for and stuff. So I got what I want, and I'm enjoying it. But I do want to do more martial arts with the boys. That's one thing. I just don't feel like I'm committed enough to that with them. We kind of just been junk fooding out and drinking a lot of eggnog. I'm getting a little belly, a little winter fat. Got to wear it out. these walks are good. I ended up finishing in the 10%, in the top 10% of the Under Armour U versus the Year challenge last year because of the distance I was doing with all these walks and stuff. So that was pretty cool. First time I've finished that challenge, even though I've played it for probably 6 years. First time I finished it, and finishing in the top 10 is pretty cool. Even if it wasn't for running, even if it's just for walking, I feel happy about it. So I guess those are my personal and business updates for the moment. I want to get back to making some more nature videos, working on some more of my memoirs this year, and I don't know what else, what other kind of things I'll get into here. Maybe some baby talk Blackfoot lessons. I don't know. We'll see. Like to do some stuff with the boys too. You know, especially Hartley with his toys. He likes to play so much. We could be putting that together, some fun videos for kids and stuff as well. All right, so I'm gonna finish up the walk with these doggos, and then head home. Probably have a little bite of something to eat or something, and then we've got a birthday party this afternoon to go to out at Dez's grandma's house. So I don't know if I'll be filming there or what have you, but I may bring the camera around. We may have more after this on this update / video. We may not. I don't know. See how the day goes, but that's the basic updates. Hey Tay, what do you smell? My good dogs.